Welcome back, everybody. In this video, we are going to take a look at using some of our knowledge gained in the studio about reverb and how it changes the signal. And we are going to apply that on the decks to get a sense for how we can use that as DJs. So first, we are going to take a look at using reverb on a track and just hearing what that sounds like and what it feels like using the actual DJ mixer. Then we'll take a look at how we can use reverb as a DJ effect in our sets, and specifically how we can use it to oversize our breakdowns and buildups. So let's go ahead and let's see what reverb sounds like on one of our tracks here. I've got our L2 DJ basic house track in A minor on the second deck here. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just jump to one of these hot cues and let's cue it up there. We're just going to play the track and we're gonna apply some reverb and we're just gonna see what that sounds like. And so recall, my DJ mixer might look a little bit different from your DJ mixer, but I've set the reverb setting on the mixer here. If you're using DJ software, you'll just have to set that on your DJ software, or perhaps there will be some button on your DJ controller that you can then add that effect in. So let's go ahead, let's play that track and let's hear what reverb sounds like on just the track. So we're just playing the dry signal here. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna apply reverb. And we're slowly gonna increase that dry wet to 25%. You can already hear some of that space. You can really hear it on those transient claps. Let's go ahead, let's push it, the dry wet to 50%. Whoa! And even after we hit the cue button and jump right back to the start and stop the track, we can hear some of those reverberations still happening. So reverb is definitely something that can be a lot of fun to apply, but really easy to go overboard with. As you go more and push the dry wet further into the wet signal, you actually can start washing out the track a little bit, and that can create some frustration for your dancers because it can almost feel like the track is too far away and they don't feel the movement and groove close enough to them to feel in energy and in time with the actual beat. So typically you maybe want to avoid going over 50% with reverb. It's very rare that that will sound very good. I'm sure that there are cases where it's useful, but in my experience, usually just up to the 50% mark is where you kind of want to stay safe with reverb. And sometimes in large club settings, it can be very harsh on the ears. So also keep that in mind while you are mixing here. So let's go ahead and let's demonstrate how we can use reverb to increase the spatial feeling of our breakdowns. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to speed through our track to our breakdown section here. And just remember that this is what that sounds like. So what we'll do is we'll play that breakdown build up and we'll start gradually applying some reverb to see how that kind of changes the feeling of the track. So here we go. I'm going to hit play on the track. And I'm going to start slowly applying a little bit of reverb. You can really hear those claps. And just as we get back to the drop, I'm going to turn it off. You'll notice that I kind of pulled that trick out of the bag where as soon as we got to the drop part of the track, I actually turned off the effects unit or bring the dry wet all the way to 0. And the reason that we do that is that we don't confuse the crowd and confuse the mix with adding some of that build-up and accentuation of the build-up into the actual drop. The drop is supposed to be the tension release point of a track, and we want to leave that unaffected as much as we can. If we add some reverb onto the drop, it will sound a little bit confusing and washed out for our audiences, and we want to avoid that. The drop is supposed to be the home point of a track, and you don't want to kind of confuse your dancers by having that drop pushed way, way, way too far away. So this has been an example of how we can use reverb in our DJ mix. As I mentioned, reverb is very easy to go overboard with. The more that you apply it, the more washed out your track will feel. So typically you want to maybe avoid going over the 50% mark of dry wet application of reverb. Okay, thank you for joining me in this video, and let's continue moving on with our effects lesson here in the next video.